On May 27th, 2014, I walked over 3 miles to Sears so that I may purchase a copy of Mario Kart 8 for my Wii U before it officially released on store shelves. I then walked 3 miles back home and proceeded to record my first gameplay session with Mario Kart 8. And now, 11 years later, I'm playing the game's successor, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, on my Nintendo Switch in my final gameplay session. Between both versions of the game, I've posted nearly 150 videos and have participated in many chaotic, random, and rapid sessions. But all good things must come to an end. And I'm glad that I was able to play in all these sessions and record my time across all these years. As Mario Kart World nears its launch in about a week's time from this video's recording, I'm ready to finally move on from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So, let's play some worldwide races within this title one last time. I've been playing this game for 11 years. I've been playing this game for 11 years! I can't think of another game that I've played for 11 years, at least as on and off as this one. I've played plenty of 11-year-old games and whatnot, but not as frequently and as actively as Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But in any case, here we are, 11 years later. I'm hopping into some worldwide versus races as my good old Black Yoshi on the Yoshi bike. Hello humans, I'm Yoshiller, and welcome back to some more Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Rapid Races! And it's crazy that might be the last time I say that in the series, and this might be the last time I even boot up the game outside of getting some pickup shots for future videos or something. Okay, we're not gonna spectate this race. I'm gonna spectate this race. You guys are not going to. I'm gonna skip ahead. Give me 1 second. But yes, folks, enjoy the end of Mario Kart 8 after all this time. Enjoy the final moments of being able to race in anti-gravity and within the water. Enjoy the final moments of Pink Gold Peach being a playable character in a racing game. Enjoy the final moments of Donkey Kong looking the way he does. Plus like a month or so, because Donkey Kong Bonanza doesn't come out until July, but Donkey Kong's appearance will be changed in Mario Kart, but he'll still look the same if you go to Super Nintendo World. But otherwise, enjoy the final moments of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And I guess I should be grateful that I've been able to experience the fun and joy that's been provided by this game and its Wii U counterparts across all these years, and I'm glad that I actually get to have a final race session. Now, I'll say my final wrap-up thoughts for my finale video, which will follow this one. That'll be its own thing. But for now, we're here to do some racing one last time. Let's see where we're going. We're going to GCN Yoshi Circuit. Understood. This has got to be probably one of the most common tracks that's appeared in my series. I mean, technically, Big Blue's probably appeared the most because I raced on it 20 times in one session. But GCN Yoshi Circuit certainly shows up a lot. And I like this track. I'm pretty decent at it, so I like to think. I'll try and put my racing skills where my mouth is. While I am certainly far from what you may consider to be a pro player, I am still knowledgeable enough to be able to hold my own in some of these more competitive settings. I'm gonna go ahead and snag these coins so that the players behind me can't have them, and that way I can be in first place with 10 coins, and every little bit of extra speed matters. And then for this part, I know that I can just jump through here. Boom, fastest way to do that, especially with my character and vehicle combination, which I know is not the fastest in the game, although Yoshi is considered to be the best character in the game. Even so, I've been racing on this track for 11 years in this game and its Wii U counterparts alone, and I will try to utilize my own skill and wits in order to secure a first place victory. Although a blue shell is on the way and there are no obstacles for me to crash into in order to spam invincibility frames, and unless I get a mushroom or a super horn here, I'm gonna be in trouble. I am in trouble! Well, okay, just gonna roll with the punches, boom. The good news is that red shell will not hit me afterward. Now, I did have enough of a lead in order to hold first place, but, you know, something else can easily happen. Let's see, I need something else I can use, something defensive at this point. A banana or a shell, perfect. Doesn't even matter, lightning strikes as soon as I get an item. How did I know something like that was gonna happen? But it's fine, because it should also mean that second place might not have an item. I mean, I don't know, lightning struck me as soon as I hit the item boxes. Let's see. The person behind me might have still been behind the items when the lightning struck. Okay, at least I got a banana this time. I guess you should stand to reason that I would get a banana or a shell because you can't get double coins. Boom, thank you. Now I just need to hold out right here so I can get another banana or a shell. Boom! Utilizing my skill and wit, or knowledge, whichever word you prefer. I guess I prefer to say I'm knowledgeable and not wittable. But alright, as long as I have some good lines here, take these turns tightly. Gotta optimize my lines. I've actually got quite the secure lead, which is awesome, but I'd like to maintain that lead in case another blue shell gets thrown. Hop across here. Didn't do it quite well that time, but still well enough in order to keep my momentum, I suppose. Alright, we're kicking off this session with the front run. Well, don't mind if I do. And I mean, hey, I would not be entirely opposed if all of my races were like this, where I just get front running victories the entire time. Getting across the finish line before that other blue shell can come get me. Yeah, I figured there was enough time in this race. This track is long enough to where another blue shell could be thrown, but I was much too far ahead for that blue shell to make any sort of significant difference. So huzzah! See, I have grown as a player. I have learned a thing or two about this game. I am still not a pro player, far from it, but I'm certainly no novice. And I should hope that I've learned a thing or two. I mean, I've been playing this game for 11 years, darn it, and with GCN Yoshi Circuit appearing as frequently as it does, I should hope that I've gotten better at that track too. Probably is one of my best courses in the game, to be honest. I just keep winning, what can I say? Although I think I'm just getting lucky at this point. I know this isn't gonna last. Me getting first place and front running all these races, it's not gonna last. I'm not opposed if I do like 6 or 7 or 8 races in the session and I just get first place front runs the entire time. Like, yeah, okay, I guess I've grown as a player as all these other players try to play Mario Kart Deluxe for the last time before it becomes irrelevant because its sequel is coming out. So maybe that's what's happening. A lot of people are just like dusting off Mario Kart 8 Deluxe one last time, and they happen to go up against me, someone who's still been actively playing the game across all this time. But I know my first place victories aren't gonna last, and I know that I'm just like basically asking for some bad luck, or at least some competition, okay? I don't need to have bad luck. It's okay if I don't get first, but if we have some intense races and then I get first after all of that, I guess that'd be better. A first place victory is a first place victory though, especially in a group of 12 players. It means something's always gonna be going on. Anyway, it looks like everyone's picked their tracks, and it looks like we're just stuck standing here on the planet, but that's fine. It's more time for me to wear this precious, glorious crown. Here we are. Now, I suppose I'm fine with any of these, but I've gone ahead and picked Hyrule Circuit because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I just haven't been going there a whole lot lately. Let's see, Hyrule Circuit? No, it's the vote right after mine. It's Shy Guy Falls. Well, so be it. One of the first tracks in this game, and I've got a nice group of 12 players to race on it with me one last time. Let's get it on. We've got multiple Yoshis in this group. I shouldn't be surprised by that. In fact, I'm not surprised by that. I am merely pointing it out for the sake of commentary. But here we go. I know I've just been basically rattling the cage of the bad luck demon to come and strike me, so let's see what happens. Oh, well, this black Yoshi player knows his stuff, and he's using an outward drifting bike to try and get some extra boost before he zooms on ahead. Well, all right, A, you want some competition? I'll give you some competition. Yoshi v. Yoshi, let's go. All right. You're gonna go for the double item. Oh, no, okay. Maybe you got the double items, but lag on my end showed that you didn't. Coin and a mushroom. Well, I can't be aggressive like this, but I can use the shortcut up ahead. So I will go ahead and hang on to my mushroom. Although, are there items up here? No, this is just coins, okay. Probably should have hung on to my mushroom to cut across the shortcut there. That's exactly what the other Yoshi player did, but that's fine. Look at that. I even got another mushroom, which I could use here. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get this mushroom all the way around the track just to be able to use it for that one shortcut that's near the end of the lap, but I'll see what I can do. Oh. A valiant effort to snipe me with your banana. I respect it. I respect you going on the more aggressive end. Oh, blue shell coming in. Maybe it's for the better that I'm in second place then. So I'll wait for that to strike you down. Then I've got a red shell for as soon as you're on the rebound. So boom, right there. And then you use the speed boost to get ahead. So it's like nothing happened. And then, here we go. If I just take a tighter line than you, I might be okay. Not quite. Oh, are you the type of player that dropped that banana behind you? What do you think I have? As far as you're concerned, all I have is this mushroom for my own benefit. Very well, then I will go ahead and use it for the shortcut right up ahead here, or I won't be doing diddly squat. Are you kidding me? What is the timing with that boo? Are you in cahoots with another player in this chat? Oh my god, now, this is on me. Now I'm just falling apart. Now I'm just falling apart. Oh my goodness, what is the timing with that? I swear he's talking to another player in this group and he's like, oh, the person in second is about to use a mushroom to get ahead. Quick, boo player, take it from him. Boo always goes after me when I have a somewhat decent item, but whenever I'm the one that uses the boo, I always get diddly squat. And then I'll be ready for a boo in first place holding a coin, and boo never takes the coin. Like, come on, man, when I'm actually trying to counter the boo, it doesn't work. But it's fine, it's fine. This time, I'm more prepared. This time, I've got not one mushroom, but 2, and I've got triple reds for right afterwards. Maybe I can get oh, first place is in sight. Are you freaking kidding me? What are you talking about? What are you, oh my god. Oh. Why? This player is in cahoots with somebody. Oh, thanks. Well, I just got Mario Karted in my final race session of this game. And you know, in some regards, I wouldn't have it any other way. But golly, man! Alright, we've got about another hour or two of recording. Let's go to Super Bell Subway. Heaven knows I'm not going back to Shy Guy Falls. Golly. I'm fine with that other race being my final race there. Let's not have any duplicates today, yeah? Let's go to all sorts of new, well, all sorts of varied tracks. There are 96 in this game. If I record, let's say, 15 or so races in the session, I should be able to easily get 15 different tracks, right? So I'm fine with Peach Gardens, and I'm especially fine with Super Bell Subway, but if we get random and it also picks a track that I haven't recorded yet today, well then that's fine as well, as long as I can showcase some variety, because that is what this game has. Plenty of variety, plenty of tracks, plenty of characters, especially now with the DLC and everything, so let's see what we've got. And I will say, in some regards, I am favoring the tracks that are not DLC for this session, just because when the DLC came out, obviously that was the new hotness, and yeah, technically I've raced on the DLC tracks fewer times than I have on the base game tracks, but because we are nearing the end of my time with this game, I would like to go ahead and record both, and I feel as though most players will likely pick the new tracks, the DLC tracks, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to attempt to balance things out by picking some of the more older base game tracks. But I guess I'm kind of wrong, because we kind of have quite the varied track selection here. And we're going to random, which is building up suspense. Tour Tokyo Blur. Okay, so one of the DLC tracks, one of the first DLC tracks, in fact, and I am fine with this. We've got a 12-player rim with all sorts of varied players who have been simultaneously kicking my butt. But I won't be the only one getting their butt kicked. I too shall do some butt kicking here in Tokyo. Let's do it. Beautiful Tokyo Tower straight ahead. I've been there. It was nice. Burned out? That other black Yoshi player that's effectively been a rival for me in these past couple of races burned out at the beginning. I don't buy that. I don't buy that at all. What are you planning? This isn't a bagging track, is it? I don't know. I don't keep track of that stuff. I'm not, like I said, I'm not really a pro player. I'm just an aggressive player. I know a pro strat. I just kind of choose to play the game my own way. Oh, is this A right here? Yeah, you caught up immediately. Okay. You're on to something. You just trying to style on us? Are you doing your own YouTube video where you're trying to have a self-imposed challenge and see if you can still win? You're a knowledgeable and skillful player, and I can respect that. But if you're trying to style on us, well, I simply just can't let that happen. I can't let you go for Twitch clips. There you go. That wasn't me that used that bomb on you. Thank you, whoever did that. Nope, I'm gonna dodge the fireballs. I'm gonna go right across here. Boom. Thank you. First place, awesome. And I've got a mushroom in case a blue shell were to come after me. Although, I don't think that's going to be my main worry right now. I think I got to worry about this other Yoshi player behind me. I can't drift quite as much as you can because I've got an inward drifting bike here. You are capitalizing on your outward drift. Oh, good. Busy talking about drifts. Okay, I'm fine, I'm fine. It is Tokyo. It's time for that Tokyo drift after all. Oh, okay, you got the double items. Good job. Yep, he's going. Go get him. Let's see. Cool. According to that, it says I got him. And someone got me. All right. You want a 3-way, 4-way battle for first? I'm in it to win it, baby. Let's go. I think there's only one more batch of item boxes here, and I didn't get the double items. I'm just gonna have to hope for the best. There aren't really shortcuts up ahead. I held down the button, hey! I totally held the button down in order to get that to block the red shell, and it did not count it. Even so, I can only do so much in 6th place with a singular green shell on a linear track like Tokyo Blur. And to be fair, none of us picked that track. All right, random picked it, but it's fine. It's just hard to make a comeback on that course. It's hard to make a comeback on most tour courses, but especially that one because there's only one little patch of grass and that's its only off-road segment where you can really even use a mushroom to try and cut across anything. Whatever, that race is over. I got my butt kicked. It happens. I shall do some butt kicking now, and I figure I may as well stick to my word of what I was saying previously in the sense that I feel as though a lot of people will be picking a lot of these newer DLC courses. Never mind, a lot of people are actually okay with Mario Kart Stadium. Well, that's fine with me. That is the first course in the game. It's not the first course I ever raced on in this game. I believe that goes to GBA Mario Circuit. But I'm fine with Mario Kart Stadium for old time's sake, to truly see how far I've grown as a player. And that is a course that definitely rewards knowledge and skill. I'm sure DK Summit and Athens Dash do as well. And of course, we could always get random again. But we are going to Mario Kart Stadium. And for old time's sake, I'm okay with this. We just did a DLC course, so let's go to a base game course or 2 or 3, and then we can go ahead and just do DLC courses for the rest of the video or something of that nature. I still like to try and mix things up. Even so, we're doing Mario Kart Stadium, and I'm A-okay with that. I will honk my horn in excitement, for it is the track that I also picked on the track selection screen. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is definitely a bagging track. At least it certainly is more than Tokyo Blur, but A did not stall out at the beginning, so maybe it was genuinely an accident at the beginning. Yeah, because there are definitely plenty of places on this track where you can cut ahead and would benefit from having a mushroom, golly! So that might have some players go for bagging strats, but not me. I might be in 12th. I'm just gonna get good items regardless and shoot my way back to the front. I'm not even trying to go for bagging. I'm just gonna go for the way that I know how to play, baby. All right, now this part, I know you can like switch over and change your controls to do this corner tighter, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna go a little wide here. Cut through here, boom, we're fine. All right, into 5th, and then if I cut through this part, nope, I'm dodging the fireballs. Couldn't dodge the plant though, that's fine. Can't dodge everything. All right, oh, spin me around, thank you. And sure, why not? I'm gonna get some more items in a second. All right, 3rd place with 1 measly coin. 4th place with 1 measly coin. No, Isabel, back away. Go ahead and throw the red shell now. There, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for that shell, Isabel. Go for it. All right, and I can take this turn slightly tighter than usual, thanks to the fact that I have a star. Okay, and if I can get some sort of speed item, whether it's a mushroom or a star, fine with me. That means I can crash into the pipes on this turn and not have to have a second thought. Boom. All right, we are in 3rd. Man, 1st place, A is that far ahead? Crazy. And now I'm this far behind? Crazy. All right, let's see if I can do star again. All right, I can use lightning right about now, although anyone who's using lightning would probably know better than to use it because they would look at all the stars on the map and realize it would be a waste of time. And it looks like someone has a boo, maybe? Okay, I got 4 mushrooms to use. What? What hit me? The boo taking my item? Yeah, that's neither here nor there, but what hit me? All right, I'm just gonna use this up and go for a different item box here. Give me another mushroom, please. Star, so be it. My road to stardom. All right, I can only do so much. But I will settle for 5th, especially in a 12-player room. It seemed as though I wasn't gonna get 1st. 1st place was too far ahead. A was just playing a whole different game, apparently. I don't know what hit me on another lap, but I will still take 5th. That's fine. Whatever. I'll have to get A in the next race if A chooses to keep playing. Let's see what our track selection is. All right, yep, we got DLC and base game tracks. I'll go ahead and go with Rock Mountain. That and then like Neo Bowser City were probably my favorite new courses in Mario Kart 7. So when we got Rock Mountain as DLC in this game, I was like, oh, cool. That's awesome. I'm glad we got that course. I know a lot of people wanted Shy Guy Bazaar, and a lot of people wanted Rainbow Road. Well, we got Rainbow Road in this game, and then we got Shy Guy Bazaar in the upcoming Mario Kart World. And then we also got Rosalina's Ice World in this game, which I'll be honest is a course that I don't really have an opinion of. But I guess some people like it. It's here. But we got Rock Mountain. That's the one that I like. And then we got Neo Bowser City 11 years ago. So we got both now. In any case, we got SZNMC. We've got Death Star. Nope. Not even close to reading all the names in time. It's fine. We got a 12-player room. I should be excited that we have so much activity in this game as it nears its close. I'll honk my horn in excitement because this is the track that I picked. But I guess it makes sense. I guess the game would be most active when it first launches, when it gets DLC, and then when it's nearing its end, right? So, just as well, I think Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is kind of fizzling out right now. But if they announce a Nintendo Switch 2 edition, or I don't know, if they shut down the servers of the original game, then it might see a boost in activity. You know what I mean? In any case, let's see what we got here. Give me something I can use to defend myself. A banana, perfect. That way, in case someone tries to snipe me out of the sky, they'll have to hit me twice instead of just the one regular time. Oh, hello, Boo. Been seeing you a lot lately, huh? So be it. All right. Stay to the ground then. We've got a single coin and we got a banana. Well, I'll go ahead and use the coins now so I can get the... Really? Already another boo? Dude. Oh, I thought I could shoot the gap. All right, you know what? I'm gonna get blue shot anyway. Whatever. That timing would have worked out better if I actually did hit the rock and then dodge the blue shell invincibility frames. That would have been the coolest shot ever. But no, instead, I'm just getting extremely bodied right now. Oh my God, what is happening? Man, it's just one thing after another, but it's fine. It's time for me to slingshot my way back into first. Here we go. I'm ready for this. And then who's in first place? Probably A. Nope, I'm not letting that red shell hit me. I'm not letting your shells hit me. Nope. Nope. Nope, I'm getting the double items here. Give me at least one mushroom. Nope, okay. Maybe I can try and aim up and hit you. Darn it, I was trying to aim up by pulling down, but it makes me throw the boomerang backwards. I've got one more shot. Nope, none of those got you. It's fine, somehow I'm dodging these items. And you got my double items, darn it. That's fine. First place is in sight though, it's actually not A, darn it. I'm getting slammed. All right, well, let's see what happens. I'm gonna go ahead and hope for red shells here. How about that? Mushrooms are fine too. I guess I can kind of use a mushroom up here. There's still a chance for another lightning, I think. There's also still a chance for another blue shell. I'll gladly take that. All right, cutting across here. Let's go for it. Let's see what we got. Okay, I'll take some mushrooms. Red shell. Now I get the red shell when I kind of don't want it. Okay. Well, hit somebody. That's what counts. All right. I really, really got to go for the double items up here. Let me see. Okay. All right. Good shot. Good shot. Good shot. That's fine. There's a speed ramp right here. Double items, please. At least one mushroom, please. Perfect. All right. I can use this to start cutting across here. Here we go. Let the blue shell strike where it needs to. Boom. All right. And then hop off here. Boom. Probably could have done this a little more optimally, but whatever. I'm going back onto the main road. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's fine. It's fine. I used up my mushrooms. That's the important thing. Yeah, I was not optimal with it. I get it. But at least I got to use them, and I'm not stuck on the off-road segment there. All right. 3 more mushrooms. I've got a second chance at life. Here we go. Boom. Oh my god, that's 3 boos stealing my items in one race. Not like it matters. I don't know if the mushrooms would have allowed me to go too far ahead. Maybe I could have gotten 4th. Why are there so many boos? What is going on? Whatever. I got 5th, A got 4th. It is what it is. Oh man, you want to know about a track that I forgot even existed? It's DS Mario Circuit. Or like, okay, obviously I know that Mario Circuit exists as a track. Every Mario Kart game has a Mario Circuit, a Rainbow Road, and a Bowser's Castle. Unless you want to count Mario Kart 64, which has Mario Raceway instead of Mario Circuit, but the premise is the same. So like, yes, obviously I know Mario Kart DS has a Mario Circuit. I just, like, don't care for that track, and I forgot it was even in this game. That is not a bad track, but to me, it's got to be the most forgettable DLC track that they put in this game, and it's most likely where we're going. Yes, it is. Okay, glad that my topic is still relevant. But I think it's just because Mario Kart DS has such a great track list between its new courses and its retro courses that Mario Circuit is such a nothing course by comparison. The layout isn't even bad, and, you know, I guess there are worse courses than Mario Kart DS. I mean, Mario Kart DS even has Baby Park, but it also has, like, Waluigi Pinball, and Airship Fortress, and Tick-Tock Clock. And I know people go crazy for Peach Gardens, I don't really care, but, you know, it's in this game too. So, I just forget that DS Mario Circuit is one of the DLC tracks in this game. And it's interesting because DS Mario Circuit was never brought back before, in contrast to Peach Gardens, which was brought back in Mario Kart Wii, but, like, maybe that's why I remember Peach Gardens better than Mario Circuit. But whatever. Like, oh, okay, thanks, Boo. Yep, we're just gonna keep having that. Well, you know what? I'd rather you take the banana than the super horn. Now I can defend myself against anything! Except the fireball, potentially, but whatever. In any case, this track is fine. I think it's just because Mario Kart DS is such a fantastic Mario Kart game that DS Mario Circuit is kind of whatever. And I remember Figure 8 Circuit better because it's just an 8. But I guess they couldn't bring it into this game because there already is a Mario Circuit that looks like an 8, so... Best key. Oh my god! Dude! That's 2 boos in the span of like 30 seconds. Alright, well. Now I'm gonna get hit by this blue shell. Boo, your timing is impeccable. I swear these players are in cahoots. I swear some of these players know each other and they're in cahoots. I'm telling you. Alright. Come on. What do you mean my shells aren't hitting anybody? Oh my god. Now I gotta deal with all of this! Alright, let's go. Anybody? Fireballs aren't getting anybody? Great, now I gotta make a comeback from 8th and I've only got 1 lap to go. Well, there's enough off-road on this track to make it possible. Let's see what we've got. Let's go. Star, so be it. Yeah, if this was like SNES Rainbow Road, my comeback chances would be very, very minimal. But Mario Circuit, I can make it work. Here we go. Toss those out, get the mushroom. I needed the reverse order of that, but that's fine. 3rd place is decent. 2nd place is in sight. Let's see what I can do. Hoppa. One of those has to get you. Cool, got it. Oh, okay. Defended myself against my own shell. You got me with the fireball. Good job. Good job, Mayuka. Blue shell on the way. I think it's too late to take out the person in first, but... Oh, no! I can get 2nd! I will take it! Thank you! For a track I barely remember, getting 2nd place on it will help me remember it a bit more. Especially since this may be the last time I race on it in this game. I'd rather not have duplicate tracks in this video, but... You know, working with what I can. Thank you! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Whew. All right. Well, that was cool. I made the comeback after all. How about that? And as for these, I'm fine with any of these because I haven't raced on any of these today, but I will go ahead and pick Animal Crossing because I feel like no one ever picks Animal Crossing anymore. It was kind of a big deal back in Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. I remember people were looking at the DLC we were getting for that game and they were like, oh, well, Legend of Zelda's cool. I guess that makes sense. But Animal Crossing, we're getting Animal Crossing in Mario Kart? That's weird. Miyamoto didn't make Animal Crossing. I guess he didn't make Mario Kart either, but still, it was weird. Not weird, it was cool to see Animal Crossing have representation in Mario Kart. And people were like, oh, look how far Animal Crossing has come. Now it's one of Nintendo's titular franchises. And then now Splatoon is in the same boat and also has representation here in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Just saying, it's cool. It's cool to see which franchises have reached the top of Nintendo's priority, so to speak. And now they're trying to do this big initiative with Donkey Kong again. And I hope it bodes well. I hope that Donkey Kong can reach the likes of Mario and Zelda and Animal Crossing and Splatoon. Because it's kind of fallen to the wayside in recent years in favor of other projects. But anyway, let's see where we're going. I'm fine with any of these, but I'd like to do Animal Crossing. Hooray! My top pick is relevant. Please pick the track. Don't disconnect me now. Don't do this. Come on. You know you want to pick Animal Crossing. There you go. You were just deciding which season of Animal Crossing we should go to, right? Well, that works for me. I think I'm fine with any of them besides the summer season because that is the one that I've raced on the most recently. Spring it shall be. It is springtime after all. It won't be a different season for another 3 weeks or so. So spring, let's do it. Looking at those cherry blossoms, I love it. Here we go. All right, Kazu, that's the player in front of me. It's time to take you down. And see, now I can actually kind of understand what's going on in this track because when this track first came to Mario Kart, I didn't really play too much Animal Crossing. I had the Wii game, but I didn't really play too much of it. And then, you know, a few years later, and by a few, I mean like 10. There we go. Like 10 years later, I wound up doing 400 videos on Animal Crossing New Horizons, so now I'm familiar with these characters. And it is weird because this was a DLC track for Mario Kart on the Wii U, and this and the Zelda track both came out while Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild didn't come out until the end of the Wii U's life cycle, and then the Wii U never really got like a true Animal Crossing game. And I do mean true Animal Crossing game, alright? We ain't counting Amiibo Festival, but that was the Animal Crossing game for the Wii U, I guess. Even so, this DLC came out before either of them, so it really was the first time we saw either of those franchises represented in HD in some regard. All right, on the water too. All right, enough of the history lesson. Let's focus on the race at hand. All right, we want to do some Yoshi v Yoshi. I'm familiar with the matchup. There you go, boom. Okay, my first red shell didn't get you. My second one did, and now your red shell not get me. Oh, all right. Now I need something to defend myself. Give me a shell. Perfect. Ooh, if it's a red shell, I'm just gonna throw it. Go get him. Now he's probably gonna defend himself. That's fine. I'll get another item box from the balloons up here. Can I get 2 balloons? It's possible, but I don't do it very often. Oh, well, I can settle for 1. 1 is better than none. All right, never mind. I guess I'm getting none. I guess it's not a big deal. It looked like I was gonna get just a green shell anyway. I wouldn't have been able to do too much with that. Ooh, a blue shell. First place might still be possible. Okay, double items. I see the explosion! It's possible! Ooh, a red shell and triple mushrooms? Okay, red shell should actually take him out, the timing should work out, and triple mushrooms in second! Game! I'm not used to you being so generous to me! But if you choose to have a change of heart in my final few hours, I'll gladly accept it. Thank you! Thank you, Kitra Jainimichita. Yep, still can't read all the names in time. But thank you all for racing against me! Let's see what we got. Well, I feel like everyone's gonna pick Rainbow Road, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick Mario Circuit. Oh no! Actually, everyone's picking Mario Circuit. Well, I'm glad that you all have the same thought process as I did. I figure we're nearing the end. Mario Circuit, for this game, kind of represents the main gimmick of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, that being the anti-gravity as you race on this kind of Mobius strip. But hey, I guess I'm fine with any of these. You can either go to the first track of the game, the last track of the game, or something right in the middle. Although technically Mario Kart Stadium is the first track of the game, and I appreciate that. But Mario Circuit, for as straightforward as it is, it's supposed to be straightforward. So I'm fine with it. And it's not where we're going. We're going to Electrodrome! The only person picked Electrodrome, and that's where we're going. But you know what? I'm fine with this. There was a point in time when I might have said that this was my favorite track in the game. It was like this and Mount Wario back in base Mario Kart 8. And then we got the DLC with Big Blue, and then I would say that that became my favorite. And then now, this these are probably still in the top 10. I think it's mainly for the music, but aesthetically, there just isn't quite another Mario Kart track like it, so it does stand out in that regard. In any case, it has been a while since I've been here, I'll be honest with you. I'm getting, like, nostalgic over one of the first times I raced here back in 2014. And then, you know, we have all these new tracks, 96 tracks, right? And then we just kind of stopped picking this one in favor of all the new stuff. So this is fun, this is fine. Now, I might have said something similar had we gone to Mario Circuit. I don't know if I would have said something similar had we gone to Rainbow Road. I feel like we go to all the Rainbow Roads plenty in this game. But Electrodrome? Sure, let's rock it. I'm fine racing here. Oh, Boo, yes, nice to see you again. Dude, what's with all the boos in this recording session? My goodness. I think I've had enough boos for one lifetime, thank you. In any case, hello, Peachette. Nice to see you here on such an old track, huh? Such a new character, such an old track. There we go. Love it. Let's keep it moving. Moving on. All right, I will... Man, first place is so far ahead. Well, I gotta deal with third place probably throwing red shells at me, and I guess I'm fine with that because I encourage people to be aggressive. As for first place, I've got no shot of getting that unless someone throws a blue shell. And if someone has a blue shell, then you'd better throw it. As for me... Yeah, I knew a red shell was coming, all right. Oh, come on, okay, if I can at least get down to the land. No, freak! I used the mushroom hoping that I could get across the surfer sooner. Darn it. Darn it. All right, well, if you took me out, then you better take first place out if you're gonna be that aggressive. But I kind of respect it. As for me... Oh. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know what I was going for there. Thought I was a cart for a second. All right, give me like lightning or a blue shell or something. Let's see. Through mushrooms, okay, that's fine. We're past one of the only off-road segments of the course, so I think it's actually in my best interest to just use these up and then get a different, hopefully better item from the next set of boxes here. Let's go for the double item. Give me something good. All right, and star, so be it. Use that up now, and then a crazy 8. Well, this looks cool on this course. I'll give it that. Oh, this looks especially cool with the lightning strike. Okay, well, hopefully this is my chance at redemption. Let's go. Another star? Okay, back-to-back star power. I now no longer know the timing of the star because usually I judge it based on the song, but I should have enough to cut through the off-road. Okay, 5th place. At least I get happy music. At least I get happy Yoshi. Obviously could have been a lot better, but it could have been a lot worse. Story of Mario Kart. I'll take it. I'll settle for 5th. Ooh, big blue. Yes, please. That's my favorite. But you know, it's interesting because Nintendo put Animal Crossing in Mario Kart, and Animal Crossing was used as the franchise to basically introduce the new Super Smash Bros. That was in development for 3DS and Wii U. And then they put Splatoon and Mario Kart when the game came to Switch. And then Splatoon was what was used to introduce the new Super Smash Bros. On the Switch. So basically, we gotta see what the next breakout franchise is, and that's what's gonna be used to introduce the next Super Smash Bros. If there is one. I'm not even certain at this point. I know everyone else is certain, but I'm not. But whatever, that's Smash, this is Mario Kart, let's go ahead and play. We're going to 3DS DK Jungle as a result of random picking it. I'm ready for it! Let's get it on! Nice to see a nice variety of characters here. I mean, we have some duplicates in Isabelle and Yoshi, but otherwise we've got some variety. We've got Baby Luigi and Dry Bones and an Inkling. Don't mind if I do! Play as these characters while you can, and a Pink Gold Peach. Yes, play as these characters while you can. Catching a draft, but thankfully I've got a bike so I can drift around that fairly easily, and then I'm gonna go this way because there's not too much of a reason for me not to right now. I've already got 8 coins. Boom. And then I think, if you trick off of those with the glider, it's faster than just like tricking off them normally, so it's in your best interest to glide off of them anyway. I think anyway. I mean, I'm not a world record holder, and I frankly need to rewatch the world records for this course, but I'm fairly certain that's the case. Even so, I promise you that I'm at least somewhat knowledgeable about this game. Why? I'm knowledgeable enough to know how to dodge a blue shell should one be thrown at me, as I have a mushroom as my current item in my inventory. And if a green shell or a red shell were to be thrown at me, well then I can just go ahead and use up the mushroom, and then switch to the banana, and counter the opposing item with that. So these are actually pretty prime items to have in this situation. And I'm gonna go ahead and trick off of these again. Can I get the 3rd ramp? I can. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's faster what I just did. Oh, and here comes the blue shell. All right, folks, allow me to test my knowledge and my skill. Boom, baby! Told you I know how to do certain things in this game. There we go. Now there goes my mushroom, but that's why I held onto it. I could have used it to cut through some shortcuts, but one, the shortcuts on this track aren't super drastic. I mean, yeah, I could take 1 or 2 of these turns tighter, but dodging a blue shell, It's just better. Oh, I didn't get the trick there. Oh, and because I didn't get the trick there, I am now misaligned. That's okay. I got 2 bananas, should red shells be on the way, and I feel as though they're going to be coming any second now. So I put a banana there to try and slow my opponent's down. Let's get the double items here. I doubt I'm going to get 2 bananas, but if I get a super horn or something, then I'll be in pretty prime condition. I do have a super horn. Okay, here we go then. Boom. All right. Go ahead and throw that next blue shell at me. I dare ya. Or even the red shell. I'll be ready for it. I dodged a blue shell before. I can do it again. All right. So this is the last set of item boxes. This is the last chance to shoot me out of the sky. No? Then first place is mine. Let's get it. Here we are. Another successful front run. Don't mind if I do. And hey, I got that because I was able to apply my knowledge and skill for dodging that blue shell with the mushroom. Not a hard thing to do, you just gotta time it. Once you know the timing, you're like, oh, that's it? I can do that. It's like B reversing in Super Smash Bros. It just kind of clicks after a certain time. I don't know how often I've actually shown myself dodging a blue shell in this series, but if I haven't shown it all too much before, well, now I've certainly shown it now. Ooh, Vancouver Velocity. That is my favorite of the tour courses. I'm down for that. We have not been there yet today. But of course, it appears as though people would rather pick a different winter snow-themed course in the form of Merry Mountain. That's fine too, I guess. Or you can pick Neo Bowser City. I think it's just safe to say these are all winter courses, whether it's rain, snow, or the aftermath of snow. And then we also have a fair share of random picks, which I mean, hey, could wind up picking Animal Crossing Winter or GBA Snowland or something. But I'm fine with any of these as long as we don't go to a duplicate track. Now, I would prefer Vancouver Velocity, and so far only one other person has picked it. There's also the chance that random could pick Vancouver Velocity. I've had stuff like that happen before. That even happened in the friend room session that I just recently posted. So, let's see what we got. No, we're doing Neo Bowser City, but that's fine. Back in Mario Kart 7, you know, this track's debut game, this was one of my favorite tracks in that game, of the new courses anyway. Obviously, Waluigi Pinball was in that game, so Waluigi Pinball was going to be my favorite course. But of the new tracks introduced in Mario Kart 7, Neo Bowser City was one of my favorites, so it's nice to see it here. They did a good job with it. It's a tricky course here, and I feel as though I do play on it a lot, but for good reason. For good reason. Okay, coin right out the gates. I'm probably going to get slammed, so I may as well utilize these ever so slight speed boost from the coin while I have the opportunity, and if no one else gets me, then so be it. I'll get the double items here. Okay, cool. Fine by me. I know that might not be the most optimal strategy, and, you know, dropping the banana behind me might not be the most optimal strategy either, but everything seems to be working. Things are coming up, Yoshi. Okay, as long as they don't slide off here, I ought to be fine. You know, they gave Yoshi a speed boost with, like, DLC Wave 4 or something, and I still haven't quite adjusted to it. I mean, I'm fine now, and I'll be fine on most courses, but every once in a while, I just forget. My timing gets messed up. I gotta use the B button a lot more often to do some breaks, even on 150cc, and especially on this course because my slipping and sliding, my traction leaves a lot to be desired. Okay, in any case, I'm gonna keep sending the bananas down because I feel like it's inevitable that I'm gonna get slammed with something. Let me see. Just keep them off my tail. Okay, more coins. Well, I'll go ahead and hang on to this in case Boo wants to take my items again. Okay, Boo, I'm ready for you. You've been stealing my items this entire session. You wanna finally, oh, frick. Remember when I was talking about the B button? That was the time when I could have used it. Okay, well now I've got, oh. I'm telling you, they're in cahoots! Oh my god! The frame after I get the double items? Someone has to have been timing that. And if so, good job. I think it's that blue Yoshi in the back if I had to wager a guess. I'm telling you, they're in cahoots. Here comes the blue shell. Well, for better or for worse, I'm not in first place right now. Oh, nope, I'm falling further and further behind. And I only got a green shell? No. Hit someone with that. Couldn't even hit my own banana with that. Oh, someone actually did hit my banana though. I hit the banana a long time ago and someone actually hit it. That's awesome. At least I think that one was mine. Okay, we got triple reds. This can work. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and try to make a comeback here. Okay, I'm trying to get past you, Isabel, so I can throw this red shell at the person that's going to be in 5th. So be it. All right, mushroom it is. Last set of items here. Give me the double items. Perfect. Okay, staying away from the star. It's go time. Let's go. Boom. All right, triple red. Oh my god. Okay. Well, for better or for worse, the lightning does not make you plummet down to the ground anymore, so I was able to get shocked while going into the sky. Oy, not my best race, but at least I got some happy music in a room of 12 players. I'll take what I can get. Still like the course. Okay, so relatively speaking, these are all base tracks, at least in regards to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Although Hyrule Circuit was a DLC track back in Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. And I remember when that was a big deal. They announced that there was going to be DLC, and they were like, we've got 3 characters that are going to be in this DLC pack. It's going to be Tanuki Mario. Okay. Cat Peach. Okay. And then Link. Okay. What? Link! That's not a Mario character! And then we were like, oh, that's so cool, DLC, so hype. And I'll tell you what, they did do a fantastic job with the DLC tracks back in Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, and both DLC packs had themes of additional Nintendo content outside of the world of Mario, and they both contained an F-Zero track, which was awesome. And I think in the grand scheme of things, it's fine, but then looking back on it, Hyrule Circuit's kind of a boring track. It's only saved by its Zelda theming, but there doesn't seem to be Zelda-themed content in Mario Kart World, so I decided to go ahead and pick it. And what do you know? The track selection picked my specific vote. So let's go ahead and give it a whirl. We've got Mii-chan, we've got Wiggler, we've got Mr. Link, we've got Tiramisu, we've got Ayu. I cannot read all the names in time, but I will honk my horn in excitement, for I got my track picked, and because it picked my specific vote, I will go ahead and honk my horn once more, once the race begins! Thank you. All right. Well, this is a track where it can be somewhat easy to front run, but you can also try and make a comeback as well. There's enough off-road to cut through should you get a mushroom while you're in the final positions. Even so, I'm more of an aggressive player, although I gotta be wary of this red shell here. Do not touch! How did I know that was gonna happen? How did I know that was gonna happen? Like the lag, according to the lag, he swerved into me and hit me with that. But no matter, it's as I was saying. Should you get a mushroom on this course, there are plenty of off-road segments that you can utilize to try and make a comeback back to the beginning. And I will go ahead and use one of the best off-road shortcuts right here. Oh my god, okay, that's fine. I'm going right through here anyway. As I understand it, that's one of the best off-road segments that you can do, and you can do it without a mushroom, but because I'm a lowly bike user, it's a little harder for me to do so. But if I don't have a mushroom on the next lap, I'll do it again. What do you mean the boomerang didn't hit that player? What do you mean? All right, let's try my shell luck, huh? Even so, I also could stand to get some more, not coins, but rupees on this course. Then I can really do that shortcut without a mushroom, hopefully. Let's see if I can do it once before this series comes to a close. That's gonna destroy me. Well, now I am out of rupees, but I do have a mushroom, so it is fine. I'll go for it anyway. And then I'll have one last shot on lap 3 to try and do the shortcuts properly without a mushroom. All right, can I get any rupees? Nope, no big deal. I'm about to shoot ahead of like 5 players right here. Boop. There we go. And now we got some firepower. I am destroying the entire track with my fireballs, and I regret nothing. Oh my god! Dude, I did not want that mushroom speed boost. That little boost wasn't even from me. That was from you, and it messed me up. I was doing just, oh my god. I was doing just fine. I ran into those bananas. That's on me. I acknowledge that. But I was doing fine. And then you, driving like a maniac with your triple mushrooms, messed me up. Dude, now I gotta deal with all this. All right, I wanted to go for the double items, but I don't think it's gonna work. Okay, a mushroom. Well, I guess I'm not doing the shortcut shroomless then. I'm gonna use it for that exact segment. I mean, if I wanted to be optimal, I would do it shroomless and then just save the mushroom for later, but... Oh no, I'm banging myself up. I didn't even do it great with the mushroom. Dude, I gotta deal with all I'm gonna get 10th. I gotta deal with all of this just because some guy bumped me with a mushroom. Have you ever heard of that? I mean, I know I've dropped in position because I got hit with shells and bananas and sometimes even bob-ombs. But because someone used their speed boost with a mushroom, I fell to 10th? Insanity. Insanity. Okay, well, not a great race for me. Tell you what, try me at Big Blue. Try me at my favorite track in the game. You want to talk about Mario Kart 8 Wii U DLC tracks? Here's the one. Now, we did also have Mute City, and that's a fun track too, but between the two, I like Big Blue more as a concept, but I like Mute City more aesthetically, because Mute City better resembles F-Zero, but Big Blue, I think it's just the more fun course to play. And I do like the fact that the final lap music is not just a sped up variation of the main song, it's actually like its own thing, which is kind of what F-Zero does. F-Zero, when you're on the final lap of a race, it just like starts jamming out. It's not just a sped up variation of the song, but I digress. We have Big Blue in the rotation here. I guess we could go to Sydney or Cheeseland. I mean, Cheeseland was part of the same DLC pack as Big Blue back in the day, but even so, we've got plenty of Big Blue voters, and I am A-okay with that. I do like me some Big Blue, I do like me some F-Zero, but 'tis neither here nor there. I haven't raced on any of these tracks today yet, so as long as I race on any of them and don't go to a repeat track, I guess I'll be fine. I would just prefer Big Blue. Or we can go to Australia. I guess Australia is surrounded by a big blue ocean. And I guess this track is kind of like Big Blue in the sense that all the laps are different. The music's okay. All right, you want to go to Sydney Sprint? We can go to Sydney Sprint. I'll give you a Sydney Sprint. I'm ready for it. Here you go. I'm ready. All right, the big thing for this track, I gotta get a nice item right out the gate. What do we got? A banana. Well, I could go on the offensive with that. I'm not trusting my lag right now. Okay, well, what do you know? Someone swerved into me, just like I swerved into somebody on the previous race. 'Tis only fair. What comes around, goes around, I guess. All right, what else we got? Give me a mushroom or a shell. Red shell, that'll do. There you are. See, I go on the offensive. Okay, I'm not letting you catch a draft off me, but I also don't want to run into your banana, so you want to have first for a second? So be it. Ah, see, that's exactly what I didn't want to happen. And I technically hit your banana anyway, but I didn't spiral out of it, whatever. It's fine. Oh my God! I appreciate the mutual feeling of like, just using your super horn at the same time. I don't know if I've ever had that interaction before where I use a super horn at the same time as someone else using a super horn and we get hit by each other's. How amusing. Even so, I'm done with the amusement. I am here to race! It's go time! Nope, I'm banging myself up. That's the thing I don't like. If I run into a wall, that's one thing, but when a wall, like, shoots me in a different angle, in a different direction, that's what drives me crazy, quite literally in this game, for I am driving on a track. All right, let's get the double items here. Okay, give me a shell. Give me something I can use on the offensive. Perfect! Oh! Go get him, red shell! Go get him, green shells! Can I hit anybody with anything? Well, there's some coins here. Okay. Doing some weird drifting here. Just trying to utilize my bike's drifting to its advantage. There you go. If I'm not mistaken, I think there were some world records set on these tour tracks that were set with bikes for a time for that exact reason. Paris Promenade, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not tour, maybe not Sydney Sprint here. Okay. Hey, oh, okay. I did not mean to like drift like that, but whatever. Back in the game, baby. It's go time. All right, catching the draft. Okay, cool. You want to eliminate the competition for me? I just get a double draft. Insanity. All right, you can take the top route with that plant of yours. I'll stick to the bottom. Got to be wary of this boomerang here, though. You gonna throw it forward or backwards? Let's see. Just throw it, dude. Okay, he threw it. Now he's gonna use up his other items in order to use the boomerang again. I'm gonna go for the double items here. I'm chancing it. Got it. Okay, what do we got? Mushroom. Okay, this could work. This could work. There's a little off-road segment. Okay. I'm gonna drop down here first and then use the mushroom. So be it. Let's go. If I can hit anybody, this goes a long way. Oh, what? I hit him, but he still like carried his momentum into the finish line? I don't agree with that game. I don't agree with that. Whatever. I don't know if I have an excuse for that one. I think they're just better. They're just better. Hey, I just raced on like 2 of these. Let's see, do I want to have the run back on Hyrule Circuit or Tour Sydney Sprint? Well, I guess between the two, either one would be fine. And I think Sydney Sprint is probably the better track, but I will go ahead and pick Hyrule Circuit because that is the one where I feel as though I was actually robbed of a victory and I just had one thing beyond my control happen and I just couldn't do anything to make it come back. So I know I always make all these spiels about how I don't want any duplicate tracks in my videos, and I mean I don't. There's 96 tracks in this game and this is going to be my final recording session of the game, but if I save like 14, 15 races or so, maybe having one duplicate is fine. And I'll tell you what, if we go back to Hyrule Circuit and I win, I might just make that like my penultimate race. All right, I have my run back and then I have one extra race to close things out so that the final race of my session isn't a duplicate. What do you know? We are going back to Hyrule Circuit and it picked my specific vote again. I think that means that I have to keep it. It's like I was destined to go to Hyrule, which I guess is my fate because I've been stuck playing Tears of the Kingdom for the past 2 years, and then before that I was playing Age of Calamity for a year, and then before that I was playing Breath of the Wild for 2 years, so I am forever stuck in Hyrule, but it's fine! I'm the Hyrule Master, so let me show you how it's done, so to speak. Alright, if I'm gonna start in 8th or 7th or 6th or whatever, I'm just gonna go ahead and use up my items more aggressively because I was stating previously that I am more of an offensive, outgoing player. It better matches my personality. If you want something, go get it. And then, I will go ahead and grab these items here. Thank you. Yes, there we go. Now we're talking. All right, and then we're gonna go up and over. All right, and now I will use this mushroom in the same place that I specified previously. Oh, okay. Bumped into the plant. That's not exactly what I wanted, but you know what? It's fine. I can improvise accordingly. Sometimes that is the way of Mario Kart, is to just make stuff up as you go along. In any case, 9 coins first place. Can't get any drift sparks here. Those turns are just not wide enough for my biking lines here. But if I can maintain a first place lead, that is fine with me. I did not quite get the trick off of there, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, oh, good try with that shell, but I'm gonna say no to that one. Okay, took a tighter turn than me. I've got roopage. Okay, tell you, oh, I didn't even know there was a blue shell coming. And then there was a red shell that I guess got constantly. I just got really lucky there. All right, Shroomless, not great, but I do believe doing it just as I did is still faster than taking the turn out wide. You do get items for taking the turn wide, and obviously you can just hop over that if you're using a cart, but at least I can demonstrate, hey, I'm well aware of these shortcuts and pro strats that exist within this game. I just don't always go for all of them, and that's often an intentional choice. Even so, got the trick this time. Thank you. I've got a shell for defense should anyone throw a red shell. Now, is there enough time for a second blue shell? Yep. Yes, there is. Just as I was talking about it. Maybe I should have kept my mouth shut. But that would be weird. This is a commentated video. You guys want me to commentate, right? Okay, no worries. Figured it was faster to not do a trick off of there. How about this? There we go. Okay. Yep. You probably know how to do that, Shroomless. I had to shut that down. Oh, okay, I just gotta have better lines. I just gotta have better lines. First place with 10 rupees. That'll do! Redemption earned! See, I know how to race on Hyrule Circuit. Sometimes I just get unlucky. Even my little CPU here is doing worse than I was doing. It just went straight into the off-road there for some reason. Well played, Yukidaruma, which is the name of that yellow Birdo player. I respect it. Well, hey, say what you want about me, but I earned that victory, okay? Ooh, Big Blue. Man, how fitting would it be if that was my final race in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? Do I want to go ahead and say that this will be my final race? Well, no, because there's always the chance that we could go back to Shy Guy Falls, and I definitely don't want to go back there. I've fallen enough there. Big Blue it shall be. Even so, I don't think this will be my final race. It might be my second to last race, but this is my favorite course in the game. I'm happy that I could at least play on it in my final session of the game. Very good. Look how far we've come. I'm glad to see that we have Birdo players and Funky Kong players and Peachette players in here, players using the new DLC, and then there's players like me that just use Yoshi. I mean, there are other players in here using Yoshi for their pro strats and Yoshi's good speed stat and whatnot, but that's not why I use Yoshi. I use Yoshi because he's my favorite Mario character. He just happens to be the best, which works for me. Same thing with Smash Brothers. In any case, I've raced on Big Blue 20 plus times in this series, and while I am no means a pro player, I am a knowledgeable player. So I will apply knowledge where applicable. For example, well, I can go ahead and get rid of these mushrooms, or sorry, get rid of the bananas in hopes of getting a mushroom. Perfect, that's exactly what I got. Okay, so I'm at 10 coins, I'm gonna lose some coins. I probably should have stopped right before the little speed panel, but it's not a big deal. There is lower gravity on this track, here and on Mute City for that matter, which means I can go ahead and jump through this. This, generally speaking, is faster. I mean, it's especially true on 200cc, but I digress. Now I was gonna say I'd like to proceed to front run the rest of this race, but a blue shell's coming and I can't crash into anything, so I will stop it here and then immediately go into a speed panel as if nothing happened. And at least my explosion got somebody, and then I got you, I thought. I got you twice, okay? I got you with the red shell and the green. How are you already caught up? Those speed boosts really are giving you an advantage, huh? Very well. As long as I get an item here, we're good. Oh, frick. Good boomerang toss. And a red shell, so be it. Okay, I didn't know who that red shell had locked onto, but that works. Okay, 6th place. If I can get the double items, never mind. I'll take my chances getting the single item. 1 mushroom? You want me to get back into the lead with 1 mushroom? Oh my god! Okay, so be it. Using that low gravity once more. Alright, and then I'm gonna cut across right here, because it's the last time I'll be able to use a mushroom on this track. Alright, 3rd place is fine. No, frick! I'm getting Mario Karted! I can't even see what's happening! Ah, boo! Well, it's a good thing that's not my final race in this session now, isn't it? And you're telling me the person in 1st place did it with motion controls. Well done. Well done. I do like that little ending shot there with all the characters. That's nice. Yeah, just kind of fun to see how this game and this series has changed and evolved as time has gone on. Not my best race on Big Blue, not by a long shot, but I'm glad that I was able to go there one more time before this series closed out. In any case, I guess I'm fine with any of these courses because I haven't raced on any of them today. I'm getting ready to wind down maybe 1 or 2 more races. None of these tracks seem particularly final race worthy. I suppose the most noteworthy track for most players to end out on would be a Rainbow Road. So if Rainbow Road pops up and I race on it, that might be my final course. Otherwise, for me, Big Blue could have been my final course because it is my favorite. Or the first course that I ever raced on in Mario Kart 8 back on the Wii U was GBA Mario Circuit. So if that comes up, I will just accept my fate on that course and I will just say that that's my final race. Because how fun would that be? The last course that I raced on in this game was also the first course that I ever raced on in Mario Kart 8 in general. I was really hoping that Random was going to pick GBA Mario Circuit, but it was a 1 in 96 chance, slightly larger than a 1% chance. That's fine. We're going to New York Minutes, which is kind of fun. I'll be in New York in just a couple of days, so I can go pick up my Switch too. So let's go ahead and have the area memorized, huh? Very good. Although I will say, and I've said this a couple times in the series, this probably is my least favorite tour track. It's such a miss to me. Not a mystery. I mean, it is a mystery on how they didn't really take better advantage of the New York layout, but it is what it is. Even so, this is where Random said we should go, so this is where I'm going, darn it. All right. In any case, there we go. Got a slight little speed boost there. All right. Give me something good. We got a banana. Not great. Oh, that's definitely not great. How do you expect me to catch up with a banana peel? I can snipe people, but I'd rather not. Not on a tour track anyway, where there's barely, well, there are walls, but yeah, watch, like my shells are just gonna go through there and get destroyed. Yep, all right. Anyway, oh no, I'm not smacking into that red shell. I'll take the mushroom boost off of you and a draft. All right, don't mind if I do. I'll take it. Oh, okay, all right. You wanna play? You wanna play? Let's play, let's go play it. Let's go. Let's go, Steve. Yeah, I'm still calling this plant Steve after all these years. I'm ready for it. Here we go. All right, and then we got triple mushroom, so be it. All right, and then we do boom. Okay, there. I'm ready to, oh, that's not a shortcut. I saw someone over there and I thought that was a shortcut. Shows you how little I know about these tour tracks. Golly, dude. I'm not great at the actual park part of this course. Okay. Oh my god, I didn't get an item there. I'm in trouble. I mean, I've got a whole other lap to make a comeback. Please throw your red shell forward. Just throw it, dude. I'm tired of players being defensive. Be aggressive. Be angry. See? You trying to be defensive caused me, someone who wasn't even going after you, to get damaged. You need to not settle for 5th. You gotta go for 1st. Fight. Win. And call me when you're done. All right, let's go. Nope, I'm not getting that item. I'm gonna have to settle for these 2 mushrooms, which might be the last item box I get for this whole course. I don't think there's any more. All right. See, now I gotta settle for 5th. I'm fine. Oi. Now that villager player wound up getting 3rd. Good for her. I'm just saying, don't settle for 2nd, 3rd, or 4th. You're playing Mario Kart in what might be many players' final sessions within this game. Myself included, obviously. Go for the gold, baby. I understand playing it safe and all. Ooh. All right, well, we got N64 Rainbow Road here. So in that case, this will be my last race. Now, Vancouver Velocity, in contrast to New York Minutes, is my favorite tour track. But I'm fine if we go to N64 Rainbow Road. And I guess I'm fine if we go to Toad's Turnpike. Although I guess between the 3, Toad's Turnpike would be the absolute most anticlimactic way for me to close out the series. Vancouver Velocity, I guess, is also anticlimactic, but it is my favorite of the tour courses. But there is a part of me that's also kind of hoping that we go to N64 Rainbow Road. All right, that was the final course back in base Mario Kart 8. Before all this DLC, before the Switch version, before all this Switch DLC, that was the final course. So if we go there, that's fine. If we go to Vancouver Velocity, I could spin this out. Well, at least we got to go to a track that's one of my favorites. It's primarily my favorite because of the lighting and the music. The actual track layout isn't too spectacular, but it's a bit more dynamic than the other tour tracks. Certainly more dynamic than New York Minute, but I digress. I'm fine with just about any of these. Watch it go to Toad's Turnpike, and I'll be like, well, guys, I guess I finished Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on Toad's Turnpike. What can I say? I said this would be my last race. I don't want to be made a liar. Let's see. We are not going to Toad's Turnpike. Will it be Vancouver Velocity? We're going to N64 Rainbow Road, which is fine. That's fine. All right, we've got Sherry, we've got Karen, we've got Mr. Prem Miguel. I could not read all the player names. After all these years, this game still loads too quickly for me to sufficiently read every player's name in a lobby. But it is okay, because soon all these players shall be behind me. Let's get it. So for this track, as there is no off-road and aren't any grand shortcuts, I like to get in the lead early and stay in the lead. All right, watch out, Yoshi player. I see you drifting, trying to get those speed boosts. Give me a red shell or a green shell. Red shell is better. Here we go. All right, get in the lead and stay in the lead. I am an aggressive player, darn it. All right, and yeah, I guess I better get some coinage early on, huh? Those coins will go a long way. If I can get them early, that's all the better. Plus, I can prevent the players behind me from getting them as well. All right, get in the lead and stay in the lead. Sure, I'll close out this series with a grand old front run. So be it. That's partially the reason why a lot of players don't really like N64 Rainbow Road, is because there aren't really opportunities to make a comeback, and there's not really a whole lot that you can do in general. But if this is where players wanted to go, if this is where the game wanted us to go, oh, I'm okay. Then we'll be fine. And I've even got a super horn. It's like this game wants me to close this out on a first place victory front run on Rainbow Road. Well, then who am I to deny the game what it wants? Very good. Last, oh, okay, guess I'll use it on the red shell. But it does mean that if there's a blue shell, then I'm defenseless. But there might not be a blue shell, so I'd rather take my, oh, nope, there's a blue shell, all right. Guess I spoke too soon. Well, what I can do is I can try to get the speed boost off of this, throw the green shell behind me in case someone is getting near me, and then just take the hit. There's no obstacle or enemy for me to run into to kind of damage boost my way through it, but I guess I have a grand enough lead so where it doesn't really matter. All right, speed panels, see if I can get these. Now I have a super horn. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm ready to end this series. First place is mine. Sound off, baby. There we go. All right. I suppose the race itself might have been a bit anticlimactic, but symbolically, if that's the appropriate word to use, I am fine closing things out on N64 Rainbow Road with a first place win. Also, look at all the Yoshis. Yeah, this game has really grown and changed a lot over the years, hasn't it? Well, all right. This is it then. Vancouver Velocity's there again. Do I take my chances? I'd better not. I had a good thing going. I think I should end things there. Plus, there's not even a guarantee that we'll go to Vancouver Velocity. We'll probably go to, like, Peach Gardens or something, because that's what everyone always picks. Well, folks, I guess that's it. I'd like to thank everyone for racing against me. Not just the players in this lobby, but everyone who's ever raced me. You really helped make this series what it was. Now, I'll have a finale video coming out just after this one that will contain my conclusive thoughts on this game and this series as a whole. But for now, this is really it. I don't really know what to say right here other than that wraps up this video of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Rapid Races! And I'd like to thank you all for watching. I guess there's only one thing left to do, and that's to close out the game. I hope to see you all in the finale video of this series, and I hope to see you all in future videos. Bye-bye, humans! Whoosh! And so, we've reached the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please click on the like button or leave a comment. Either of those actions would really help me out. And hey, in case you didn't know, I have another channel called my Blue channel where I frequently post editorial and discussion type videos. You can head over there by clicking on the video icon in the lower right corner. So if you wish to watch something a little more relaxing or just need some more background noise, please consider checking it out. Either way, thank you so much for watching.